A mainstay of the Chinese summer, the Beijing Bikini, is under threat. Beijing Bikini's authorities have, over the years, tried to ban all sorts of behaviors on the grounds that they are uncivilized. They've attempted to stop. Now, another staple of Chinese life is facing an existential crisis. The sartorial practice, known not always affectionately as the Beijing Bikini, although it is certainly not confined only to the capital. It is a sure sign that summer has arrived in China when men start rolling up their shirts, ideally resting them on the natural ledge of their beer belly. The theory, based in traditional Chinese medicine, is that exposing one's midriff helps air out the warm qi energy around the internal organs. So in parks but now authorities in cities around the country have declared that the broader practice of exposing body parts that should be covered including chests, bellies, and feet is unseemly. Jinan, a city between Beijing and Shanghai, is the latest municipality to try to crack down on casual exposure, particularly among bangye, or exposing grandfathers. People there now face punishment if they are not dressed properly in public, especially in parks, squares, communities, buses, scenic spots, commercial blocks, and other areas that are densely populated. Being shirtless and taking off shoes to air the feet is the worst crime, according to the Jinan local government, which has called on city departments, the news media and grassroots organizations to play a role in ensuring decorum is not breached. Oni took the order to heart and found many men who were shirtless or exposing their bellies in parks and squares. They may feel it's not. Those caught exposing their midsections will be given a verbal warning. Penalties are not the ultimate purpose, a Jinan official said, according to the Beijing Youth Daily. We just want people. But Tianjin, a port city outside Beijing, is imposing fines of up to $30 on offenders. The northeastern's, many commenters on Weibo, China's answer to Twitter, supported the various government's efforts. The most popular, another supporter, I can't stand it. They make public, but others decried the efforts as irrelevant or discriminatory. There's nothing wrong. The People's Daily, the mouthpiece of the Communist Party of China, has started posting about the efforts to make people cover up. One post noted, they asked people what uncivilized public behavior they hate the most. The most common in the capital, some practitioners of the letting the warm energy escape theory scoffed at the idea of banning Beijing bikinis. It's not a big deal. It's just our habit. We are shirtless because we need to cool down, he said, while his wife yelled from inside the store, it's not civilized. As a man came down the alley with his t-shirt slung over his shoulder, Fu yelled out, put your clothes on, as if to protect him from inquisitive reporters. Across the road, a group of men were gathered on a shady street corner, one of them sitting on an overturned bike, playing cards and listening to a radio. Some were fully dressed. I am not shirtless. I am even wearing. When a woman in a midriff-bearing singlet top and cut-off shorts walked by, the men complained that any new rules should apply to everyone equally. The reporters duly. I support this very much because they should respect other people, Lily Huang, a dancing instructor, said after reading the reports from Jinan, noting that it applied not just to midriffs but to all unseemly nakedness. In an outdoor environment, they should not be naked on top and walking around in public, she said, making a strong distinction between her level of exposure and theirs. The men were not to be swayed. It's a personal style. Liu Yang contributed to this report.
Raindrop, drop top smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up in the park pot.